Hello, we've got something a little bit different in this video. I thought we'd do like a kind of problem solving kind of question just for practicing our problem solving skills. So what have we got here? We've got three semicircles, a white one, a blue one and a green one, and we've got to try and work out the diameter of the big semicircle. Now it kind of looks, just looking at the question intuitively, if you were to take this diameter here that's 3 and you were to sort of like slide it down here, it looks as though it would fit in there. And so this distance in between these two pencils should also be 3, giving us a diameter for the big circle of 5. So we'll just hold that thought at the back of our minds that maybe that could be 3 if it was to slide down there. But of course we need to prove it mathematically, okay? And I'm sure there's lots of ways, you know, there must be 10 different ways of like doing this question, I'm sure. But right, let's think what first of all, the first thought that occurs to me is, if we were to draw a line going between the two diameters here, okay, like that, then we know that you could in principle have a line that is a tangent to both of those circles like that, okay? And we know that a radius makes a 90-degree angle with a tangent, so that would mean that that would be 90 and that would be 90, which means we can be sure that this is a straight line. And if we know that that's a straight line, then we know that that's going to be 2. No, we don't. We know that that's going to be 1 because it's going to be the radius of that circle. So we know that that is going to be 1 there. And we know that this one here is going to be 3/2. It's going to be the radius of that circle. Okay. Now from there, we can construct another little triangle. If I drop a line down here, like so, there we go. Okay, so dropping a line down there like that, we know that this is also 3/2 because it is also the radius of the green semicircle. So using Pythagoras now, we can basically find out what this length here is. And I'm going to call that, let's just call that A for the sake of argument. Okay, so there we go, let's call that A. Now what we've got to do is, this one is going to be 1.5 add 1, so that is going to be 2.5, and this one is 1.5. So we can use Pythagoras here now, and we can say that 2.5 squared is equal to a squared plus 1.5 squared. There we go. All right, so let's work that out then. So 2.5 squared minus 1.5 all squared is equal to 4. Okay, that's perfect. So therefore what we've got is that a squared is equal to 4, which means that a is in turn equal to 2. Okay, that's great. So we've now found out that this distance from here to here is 2. So let's see what we've got so far. We know that this is a radius here, that is 1. We've just found out that a from there to there is equal to 2. So we've got 1 add 2. Now this bit here coming down, if we were to drop a line going straight down there, hitting this at 90 degrees, we know that this is going to be the radius. We know that that is going to be the radius there of the green circle. So that is also going to be 3/2, 1.5. So basically we found out now that that is 1, that is 2. So we've got 3 so far, and we've got 1.5. So we've got 4.5. Okay. So we've just got to find out now this little bit here at the end. Okay. Right. Let's have a think about this. So finding this little bit at the end. Now I'm going to draw some triangles here. There. Okay, there's one triangle, and here's another triangle. Now in this triangle that I've just drawn, we can say that this triangle makes a 90-degree angle up here like that, because we know that the angle in the semicircle is 90 degrees. So when we've got a diameter, any point on the circumference from the diameter is going to make a 90-degree angle at the circumference. So I'm just going to recreate this down here because I've got a suspicion that we might be able to use similar triangles in order to solve this. So what have we got? I'm going to call that A, I'm going to call that B, I'm going to call that C, and I'm going to call that D. Okay, this is a 90-degree angle here, and I'm going to call that angle there beta. So what we're going to do is we're going to consider, are the triangles ADB and the triangle DBC, are they similar triangles? Okay. Let's first of all think about this little triangle here, BDC. Right, this angle up here, what do we know about this? We know that it is 180, take away 90, take away beta. So let's just write that down. So we're saying that this is one full triangle, take away a 90-degree angle, take away what I've called beta. So that's an expression for that triangle there. that angle at B. Let's consider this angle here at A. This angle at A is also 180, take away 90 degrees, because remember that's a 90-degree angle, take away beta, because beta is in this big triangle here, okay? So in this one, I'm now considering the triangle ACB. So in the triangle ACB, we've basically been able to use it in order to work out that this angle here must also be beta, okay? Because in the big triangle, we have 180, take away a 90, take away beta. So therefore, that means, that's beta there, so that means that this angle here is the same as this angle here, and I'm going to call it alpha. So let's call it alpha. Okay, so that, I think, means we've established that the triangle ADB is mathematically similar to the triangle BDC, because they've both got angles alpha, beta, and 90. And we've got alpha, we've got beta, and we've got 90. So they are, in fact, mathematically similar. Now that's going to be super helpful to us, because we can work out what the angle alpha is now, okay? So in the triangle ADB, we can say that tan alpha is equal to opposite over adjacent. Now we know that the opposite is the radius of the green semicircle. So the opposite is 1.5. And we remember we worked out that this side here was 4.5 because it was 1 add 2 add 3 over 2. So that was 4.5, okay? So in other words, we know that tan alpha is a third. 1.5 divided by 4.5 is a third, okay? Right, let's park that result. And now let's use trig in the little triangle BDC in order to work out what the length DC is. So going from this angle here, which is alpha, we can say that tan alpha is equal to opposite, which is DC, over adjacent, which is BD, which is 1.5. So therefore we can say that DC is equal to 1.5 times by tan alpha. But we know that tan alpha is equal to a third. So therefore DC is equal to 1.5 times by a third, and 1.5 times by a third is 0.5. And that is it. Because we now know that we've got 1, add 2, add 1.5, add now 0.5. So they do all add up to make 5. So therefore, we can say that the question mark is 5, which remember was our kind of suspicion all along. But I think that was a useful question just to have a look at, just for practicing some problem solving skills. Remember, if you're finding these videos helpful, if you're enjoying them, if you could remember to like and subscribe to the channel, that's going to help me to grow the channel and make more videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.